So we are going to play a game called What's More Likely, but it's just the Rams. I'll give two options, and you guys in the chat and Rams House here will have to decide which option is more likely to happen. Okay. So the first one here, this is pretty low-hanging fruit. The Rams have a new kicker and long snapper. Or, sorry, what's more likely? The Rams have a new kicker and long snapper next game, or we see no change in personnel at all.
That's a tough one.
Part of me is the spelling of personnel.
Yeah. I think that I do think that we see a change at long snapper, but I don't think we see a change at kicker.
Okay.
No change in personnel. I do think we see a change. I just don't think that we see a new kicker and long snapper. But I have to pick one. So, oh man, that's hard.
Country's saying no change.
Yeah, I'll say if I had to pick one, I would say no change. Even though I think we'll see some change, I just don't think Karty's going to be the one changed out. But I would say changing both if I had to pick one.
Okay. Willie's saying change it up, facelift it. Yep.
Honestly.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know why I can't shake the feeling like I don't think Karty's really the main issue. I do think he can be a good kicker like we saw last year. I just think some things need to be fixed.
Yep. But no change. Yep. Put Karty on the line for atonement.
Wow. That's incredible.
That's savage. Okay. What's more likely? We just talked recently about Matthew Stafford. What's more likely? Stafford throws for 4 touchdowns versus the Niners, or Jared Verse has 4 sacks?
I'm going to go Matthew Stafford 4 touchdowns. That's just been what he's doing recently. And Jared Verse is incredible. And we saw him have some incredible wins against Trent Williams last time. But I also have to acknowledge that Trent Williams is still like a future Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
If he would, I guess the Rams could move him around, but if I'm just strictly thinking about the matchup of him on Williams, I don't see Williams giving up 4 sacks. Besides it 4 Rams touchdowns from Matthew Stafford.
I just feel like this Niners O-line, they're held together by duct tape right now. And the Rams D-line, that favors them a lot. Yeah. Maybe it's a little facetious to think Jared Verse will have 4 sacks, but I think the Rams D-line as a whole is going to have a really fun game. Let me put it politely like that. But yeah, I would tend to agree Stafford for 4 touchdowns, but some people are saying he might get 4 sacks.
Yeah, I think this is a good take by Sheriff Joe Bags right here. Yeah. And I'm in alignment with it, where it's like the 49ers get rid of the ball so quickly, and they have for so many years in a row. Like, you would have to win your matchup in like a second or two, and he would have to do that 4 times. So I'd say it's more likely for Stafford.
I like this. I'd be okay if Stafford wants to break the NFL record for for touchdown passes in the game. I'm okay with that.
You know, honestly, that's not a bad idea. Let's have that happen. That would cement the MVP.
Oh, he's just kidding. He put JK. Oh, okay.
No, we need to see it.
Stick to the take. No.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. What's more likely? Rams and Niners go to overtime again, or Rams win by 10 or more, by more than 10 points.
That's a good one, because I'm like, this is probably Rams bias, but as time goes on, I'm thinking like my initial score prediction is Rams win 28-24. But as time goes on, I'm like, I could see this Rams team actually winning by more than that. But just given the fact it's divisional and these two teams know each other, these two coaches know each other incredibly well, despite how good the Rams have been playing recently, I think it'd be more likely they go into overtime again and we have a stressful game. Hopefully the Rams would just come out on top, though.
Okay. Yeah. I'm curious. A lot of people are saying 10 points. In your prediction video, 10 points. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. Rams 31-21. Well, that's more than 10 points. More than 10 points. Rams more than 10 points. Yep. One previous. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
See, I want to go that. Like, that's what I'm feeling in my heart, but I can't tell how much of that is just like Rams bias and just like having belief in this team. I do think it can happen, but divisional games are so strange. I'm trying to think of the last time that the Rams completely blew out the 49ers. And I'm thinking back to that. Do you remember against the 49ers when Aaron Donald just ripped the ball out of the 49ers guy's hands and he lifted up like this after having it? That was like 2017 or 2018.
Yeah.
That's the last time I remember the Rams like winning by that many points.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see because these games always feel close no matter what the rosters are. Well, unless 49ers have blown out the Rams a few times in recent years, but
okay, going to the results here. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Yeah, when the Rams beat the 49ers, it's always been close for the recent years. 2022, there's a playoff win. 2018, the 48-32. That was kind of a blowout, but like high scoring still. It would have been the 2018 season. Rams won 39-10.
I remember that. Yeah.
And
so it doesn't happen much. I think we usually see the 49ers beat the Rams by a lot of points more than the Rams beating them by a lot of points. But again, I can really see it. I can see the Rams winning by 10 or more points in this game, and I'm kind of feeling that. But being this divisional, I would err on the conservative side and say it's more likely they go into overtime.
Yeah. Well, and okay, if your bosses are all Niners fans, we need the win here for like we don't need an HR nightmare in this man's workplace.
Muad'Dib would resign by the end of the day. If the Rams lost. He's like, I don't want to face them.
Yeah, Muad'Dib would maybe take a couple sick days.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, quit your job. Yeah. Okay, got a couple more here for you. What's more likely? George Kittle is held under 100 yards in the game. I know you just brought up a really good stat about him earlier. Or Mac Jones rushes for a touchdown.
I'd say Mac Jones rushes for a touchdown.
Yeah.
He rushes more than I would expect. I guess Kittle does do well against the Rams, but the optimistic part of me says that the Rams aren't going to let him go for 100 yards. So that's a good one though. Because if you think about it, all Mac Jones would need to do is have like a sneak touchdown. Like they could be on the one and do that. So what do you think?
I think the way that they're using their CMC is such a good running back, and we haven't really talked about him much today. But I do think that when it comes to these short yardage situations, they like to protect CMC now at this point in his career. And especially I find CMC in this year specifically, from what I've seen, and I'll admit I haven't watched a ton of Niners, but from what I've seen from the fantasy highlights and stuff like that, he does his best work rushing to the outsides, right? Mm-hmm. And I just think that if there's a short yardage situation, they'd be more content having Mac Jones just sneak it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's going to be definitely a fun one to see. I think that Sheriff Joe Bags brings up a great point. Oh. He says, sorry.
We're fighting.
We're fighting over it. He says, Q Lake has been incredible in coverage, Kittle under 100 yards. And I think that's a good point because a lot of my game previews, when we head into a game where we're playing a really good tight end, I bring up the fact that the Rams struggle against tight ends. But I think that's becoming a little bit more of a casual take. I think in years past, the Rams have really struggled with tight ends. But this year, I don't really think you can look to a performance where a tight end just completely dominated. You had Tyler Warren have that weird rushing touchdown against the Rams.
Yeah,
he had a couple explosive plays. You saw Goddard have a touchdown against the Rams. But overall, the Rams haven't struggled against tight ends as much as people may think. So I'd love to see Kittle under 100 yards personally.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, one more for you here. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Stretch out. What's more likely? So, context. The Rams have 3 games this season scoring over 30 points. Mm-hmm. In 2018 and in 1999, Rams had 12 games in total in each of those seasons over 30 points.
Wow.
What's more likely? The Rams score over 30 points in every game rest of season to get to 12 games on the season, or the Rams break their franchise record and get over 57 sacks.
That is insane. How many are they at right now? Do you know?
Wait, I did look this up. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Last game they only had 1 sack against the Saints with Braden Fisk, so that could hurt their numbers a little bit.
Sorry, I literally had it here in 20. Oh, sorry, sacks. 2020.
I'm just gonna talk as you look at this.
Yeah. You had we're at 27 sacks. Yeah,
we're at 20. We're at 27 right now.
Yep.
Okay, I do think it's more likely that we see the sacks than the points. I think it's both of a combination of how good the Rams pass rush is in some big games they could have, but also a combination of I think the Rams are going to play some really good defenses down the stretch, and we have a lot of divisional games to play, and especially against the Seahawks, I don't see the Rams putting up 30 points twice or more. Again, like their defense is so good, and so I would see the Rams more around like 24 points. So I would say sacks is more likely to break the sack record, which would be insane.
Yeah, that's probably more likely, but it would be fun to see the Rams go on a tear on offense. And
wouldn't it?
I definitely think Stafford would secure that MVP if they're putting over 30 points per game.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be crazy. And then going to the playoffs and continue, that would be crazy.
Well, because you think of it like that 1999 season, Warner won MVP, right?
Mm-hmm.
2018, Todd Gurley won Offensive Player of the Year that year, and probably should have won MVP.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's crazy. I see a lot of people are saying the sacks.
Yeah,
yeah,
can't disagree with that. I mean, their pass rush is incredible.